What's up, man? In this video, I'm talking about how semen retention will change your relationships with everyone around you. And, I've said it before, you're going to end up in a time period where you'll be alone. And you won't have family and friends and everything, and you'll have to find new family and friends. I'm going to talk about the reasons behind this, the current world that we live in, everything that's going on, and why it's this way, right? So, first of all, you guys know, if you've been retaining for any amount of time, right? Any amount of time at all, you get a lot of attraction from women. So, yesterday, there was probably 4 or 5 different girls I could have got their phone numbers, right? Just throughout my day that, I could tell they were into me. And I'm back on my old bullshit where I don't look at women, I don't engage with them at all. This happens when I go on longer streaks. I heard it in the book of the practice of brahmacharya that you have to hate lust. And I did my first really long streak. I got to that point where I hated it. I hated when women looked at me, because I knew that it was just a lustful look, right? I know that I'm good looking. I know that I'm handsome, right? I'm like a fucking 8 or something. So any woman would be happy with me, right? The same as we'd be happy with an 8, right? Any man would be happy with a woman who's an 8. He'd be happy with me on a physical level, right? But again, it's all just lustfulness. I'm looking for a soul connection. And there's only been a few girls that I've ever had that true soul connection with, where when you make eye contact with them, it's like you've already known them, right? It's like you already love them. There's like a deep care for each other that's already there, right? And most women, it's not that way. It's very superficial. I was in the sauna yesterday. There was a girl in there. She was young. She was cute. Don't get me wrong. I could have gotten her phone number. It was only me and her in there. And she was clearly moving and fidgeting around and just doing shit to get my attention, wanted me to talk to her. And I was ignoring the fuck out of her, right? So she wanted me more. So, semen retention is a spiritual process. You can't avoid it. You're gonna start seeing things on a more spiritual level. And when you get this sexual purity about you, people want to take it from you. They want to take your energy, right? There are good and evil forces, and most people, I'm telling y'all right fucking now, 90% of people are evil. 90% of people are working for the negativity and the evil of the world within themselves. And they don't even know it. Most people don't know it. If you are not intentionally looking at a spiritual life, then you're probably unintentionally working for the negativity of the world, right? So, this is why you end up alone on semen retention for a while, until you can find your tribe of people that you can trust. Because people are going to be against you. They're going to be vehemently against you because you have this strength and you have this spiritual protection around you, right? People don't like that shit. And this is where, lust is the first way to take someone's spirit from them. If you can get someone lusting all the time, they lose touch with their spirit. So this is where a lot of these women are that I see that are just, I know damn well that they only like me on a physical level. On a physical, lustful level, right? And the relationship would never last. And I get very annoyed by this because these people are spiritually blind. Why are you looking at me? Why are you coming around me if it's never going to work? You don't like me. You think I'm handsome. And you want to take from me. You want my energy. You want to take it from me, right? Men are the same way. I'm at the point where I don't even look at men. I don't engage with anyone because I am so just like in a state where I have to protect myself. I have to protect my spirit. I would rather be alone. I went to the gym yesterday. I made eye contact with a total of 0 people. Even if they were looking at me, nothing. There were a couple dudes that did some shit. I was working out on a squat rack. One of them was working out right next to me and the other one was to my left. And they started talking and they were standing on the little platform, like where you can deadlift. They were standing there. And I walked over and picked my stuff up and said, "Excuse me," right? And they acted like they didn't hear it. And I noticed the one guy kept looking at me and staring at me and stuff because they fucking heard it. I said it so they could hear it. I knew what they were doing. It was just jealousy. They were just trying to come up in my shit and pull me into their negativity. That's all they wanted to do, was they wanted me to engage with them. Because if you engage with the negativity, it's very, very easy to get pulled down, right? So then later, I'm walking, and one of the guys, he like stops and lets me walk in front of him. You know, it was very obvious. And I knew, I was like, yeah, you're a fucking bitch. You tried that shit earlier. Now you're like making way for me. First, you were up in my shit right where I was working out. Knew damn well what you were doing. Now you're making way for me, right? And people will do this constantly. It's part of the reason I don't like public gyms. And I want to get my own weight set here at the house. Because motherfuckers are always trying to compete with you. It's very rare. It's very rare to find a genuine man in the gym that wants to just be your friend. That doesn't have a low-key agenda to be in competition with you. And believe me, I'm a man, there's fucking testicles between my legs. I understand competition. But damn it, my spirit and my soul is more important than competing with you, motherfucker. Right? I got a mission in life. You don't have anything going on, so you go to the gym and stare at fucking men who are fucking normal and average and compete with them so you can be average with everyone else. You fucking nerd. What a fucking faggot. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and compete with you because I've got somewhere that I'm going. You're literally not on the level that I'm on. You can't see the world that I can see. And I know, you guys are going to say, oh, that's so arrogant. No. I'm existing in a different fucking realm. I have somewhere that I'm going. There are souls to be saved. And you want me to play your game. Right? All you guys that are thinking that I'm being arrogant, you want me to play your game. Fuck you. I play my game. So that's what these guys do. They sit in the gym. They stare at you. They want you to look back at them and stare at them and start competing with them, right? Playing their game. No. You have nothing better going on, so when you go in the gym and you see a guy who's got a vibe, you start competing with him. Because you want to try to kill his vibe. That's your whole MO. Is let me lift more weight than him so I can kill his vibe. Fuck you. I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game. First of all, if you had testicles and you wanted to come over here and challenge me, I'd outlift you. First of all. Secondly, I'm not playing your game. You can suck my dick, right? You can sit over there and be jealous of me. I know you are. You're playing my game. You're looking at me. Stupid, right? Motherfuckers are like this. And you don't realize this stuff if you're not retaining. You get caught up. You forget about your goals. You forget about the things that you're pursuing. And you make sure that you dominate the guy at the gym, right? I've been that guy. I've done that shit my whole life. Don't do that shit. When you're retaining, you have a spiritual energy about you. And people want to take that from you. Because most people don't have it. Because we live in a modern world that is intentionally designed to separate people from their spirit and make them miserable spiritually, which makes them miserable mentally and physically, right? I don't fucking hang out with nobody. My friends from high school, they don't support me on this YouTube channel. They're supposed to be my best friends. They don't watch my shit. They don't like it. They don't comment it, right? Who do I get support from? Motherfuckers I don't even know. And I knew two days ago, I said to myself, I'm not going to be able to have friends in real life because it's just going to breed jealousy. The people I'm going to have a connection with are going to be digital connections on the internet because these guys, you guys, won't be fucking jealous. You won't fucking hate me, right? But the people in my real life that I've been friends with since I was a kid, my family and stuff, they don't like my growth. They don't want me to grow. They want to hold me back and hold me down and keep me on a level where I'm just beneath them. That's where they're happy. That's where they're comfortable. Making sure that they're comfortable. No. I'm going to retain. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to fast. I'm going to do everything I know to do to connect with my spirit. And if that makes everyone around me uncomfortable, well, fuck you then. You're evil. Right? I got one friend from college who I was talking with on the phone, and he straight up said, Nick, I don't even know why you're friends with me. I've been in a shitty place for years. And I told him, I'm friends with you because you love me. Every time I talk to you, if you're fucking broke, addicted to porn, right? He's addicted to porn, addicted to smoking weed, he's fat, he's broke. He ain't got shit going on. He just lost his job because he smoked weed on the job. And he had like 3 weeks left to get like a $4,000 bonus. He got fired right before it. I talked to him. We hung out recently after. No hatred coming from him. Everything's going good in my life. I got a job. I got money. I'm making my YouTube channel. I'm muscular. Right? Everything's good in my life. Zero hate from him. Because he loves me. Because he has a soul. And he knows it. He knows that you don't hate other people for doing well. So we're friends. And he couldn't understand that. Why the fuck are you friends with me? It's because I have a soul too, brother. I don't give a fuck about your physical reality. I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, I'm on the right path, and if you ain't making money, you're not on the same path as me, so I gotta separate. No, because the people I do know that do have jobs and are doing well and are making money, they try to spiritually oppress me more than him. And they fuck up my world, fuck up my life by being around them and listening to them. He doesn't, right? He's got a fucking soul. But this is going to happen on semen retention. It's going to create enemies. People that you know, that you've known your whole life, are going to become enemies to you. And I think that's perfectly fine. If you outgrow people and they start hating, tell them to fuck off. Tell them to kiss your ass. Have somewhere that you're going. If you're not going anywhere, you're going to bullshit around with everyone around you. Doing the same shit that everyone else does. Being fucking average. Bullshitting around. Playing stupid games. Playing stupid fucking... You can see who can out-drink each other. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about out-drinking you. Yeah, you win. You out-drink me. I'm a bitch. Right? I can't tell you how many times I've had to tell other people that I'm a bitch. To get them to shut the fuck up and leave me alone and stop trying to compete with me. I have to just bow down and give it to them. But they know it's not a bow. They know. You can't drag me into your world. I live in my world. And if you want to pull me into your world because you're a fucking narcissist, you want my attention, you suck my dick. You don't care about anyone but yourself. And that's how most people are today. We got 5G towers putting out fucking frequencies all the time, connecting to the cell phones. Everybody's got it. Everyone's connected. fucking up people's health, fucking up their mental health. You can hardly even immerse yourself in nature now and just get the vibes of nature because it's surrounded by fucking 5G towers. They're spraying shit to block out the sun. People are getting depressed and sad. People's hormones are fucked up because they're not getting enough sunlight. And they run around and push that on to everyone else. And so we live in a world that's different than what I've ever seen. On a spiritual level, it's a race to the bottom right now. Everybody's dragging everyone down. And so you can't even engage with other people. You have to be alone. You have to be separate, right? This is none of this chosen ones bullshit. No, you have to set yourself apart. Fuck that. Oh, God set you apart shit. Oh, God loves you. You're a chosen one. No, you have to set yourself apart. Because you might be a chosen one. God might love you and all that shit. But if you're around all these people, it's gone. You ain't a fucking chosen one. So semen retention is going to create this for you. So I want to tell y'all a story about a dream I had 2 days ago. I almost had a wet dream. It was a sexual dream. But I didn't have a wet dream. And I've told y'all before in these videos that I was having a wet dream about once a week. Well, it's Saturday. The week's almost over. This was Wednesday night that I had this dream. So it was, of course, a lustful dream. I was with the second girl I ever slept with. Now, the girl I lost my virginity with, the girl I gave my virginity to, was my girlfriend. And, I was a young kid. I liked big boobs, right? I was watching porn. Big boobs were my thing when I would watch porn. And my girlfriend didn't have big boobs. She was flat-chested. So this girl that was in my dream, when I was a sophomore in high school, she was a freshman. And we hung out one night, a big group of us, and it was the first night I met her. And by the end of the night, I liked her. I thought she was cute, and I liked her personality. She was very fun. So we became friends. And her and I would smoke weed together. And she would come, her and her friends would hang out with me and my friends, and we would all smoke weed together, right? She had 2 or 3 friends. I had a group of friends, and we'd all smoke weed together. And her and I were real tight, right? And I had a crush on her. And she had a crush on my friend, not me. And I would hang out with her. We would smoke weed together. And then I would, I'm paying for the weed. And then I'm picking her up in my truck. We're smoking my weed. And then we go to like McDonald's or Taco Bell. And most of the time she didn't have money and I'd pay for it. I'm a sophomore. She's a freshman. Eventually I get tired of this. And one day we're smoking. I light this blunt. We smoke a little bit. We get about halfway through. And I ask her for some head. Because I was done. It was over in my head. It was like, if you ain't sucking, I ain't paying for this shit anymore. And she, of course, being a girl, they do the same shit everywhere all the time. I don't want to ruin the friendship. I think it's going to ruin our friendship if that happens. And in my head, the friendship's over, right? If I'm asking you this question, the friendship is already over in my head. So I take her home, drop her off. I put the blunt out, take her home and drop her off. I told her, I'm not about to be picking you up, buying weed for you, buying you food, and getting nothing in return. You're taking advantage of me. So I drop her off. Right? Friendship's over. I get a girlfriend. The girl I lost my virginity with. So senior year of high school comes around. She's a junior. She's in the same grade as my girlfriend. But I broke up with my girlfriend my senior year. And she was the second girl I ever had sex with. She came at me. Right? She came back around. She wanted me. So I got a girlfriend and basically said, fuck you. and she had big boobs, double D's. I'm talking, it was as a high schooler who watched porn, it was the perfect dream. She was skinny and she had double D's, right? So I got to live out that dream, that fantasy. Turns out it was not as great as I thought it was going to be. But in my dream a couple nights ago, I was with her, and I went and I pulled her shirt down, and she was flat-chested. There was no boobs, and she had scars up here, like she had her boobs like cut off, right? It was just a line right here, like she had a breast reduction, but she was flat-chested. It's not like she made them a little smaller. There was nothing there, and I was disappointed in the dream. There was disappointment. Then boom, I wake up, and I realized that it was a lustful dream, right? I only had sex with her out of lust, because truthfully, I was trying to sleep with her friend when I broke up with my girlfriend. And me and her friend had a connection. We had a vibe with each other. And her friend I thought was hotter too. But she was the easier girl, so I went with her. Because she came at me and it was real easy. And her friend was playing hard to get. So don't take the fucking easy path, first of all. Even with women, don't take the easy path. But, you know, the dream was just showing me my own lust. That if the woman didn't have a nice body, I'm disappointed and I don't want her. Right? I don't want to be around her. I don't want her. I'm disappointed because she didn't have big boobs, because she was flat. So it was showing me my own lust in a subtle way. But also, like I've said before, it was me overcoming this shit. Because I didn't have the wet dream. And I've had dreams like this before. I know the process, where I have wet dreams on a regular basis, and then I start having sexual dreams, but I don't ejaculate. And it's shaking that shit off of me in the spiritual. Getting that shit off of me. Get the fuck away from me. You can't have my seed. Right? And I had blue balls the rest of the day. That day. My balls hurt. I had blue balls because I was close probably, but it didn't happen. So things are about to get crazy. I know that because there's no releasing anymore, right? That happened, it's over. There's no more releasing anymore. No more unconscious releasing coming from me. So I'm about to get real crazy. Things are going to get real fucking crazy. I got women around me that I want to ask out because they're hot. But I know there ain't nothing there. There's only one girl that I think I might have a connection with beyond physical. Maybe. I have no idea. It's a big maybe. I need to look into her eyes. She always looks away from me. The few times I've made eye contact with her, she looks away real fast. And when she gets close to me, she avoids eye contact because she's nervous. So I can't read her. And I don't like to be around and talk to people, especially when I get in a state like this. I don't like to be around people. I don't like to associate with negative people. I was just reading Psalms this morning. King David was talking to God, you know, praying to him in his Psalms, and he said, I don't sit with evildoers, right? I don't associate with evil people. And I feel the same way. I don't like to talk to these people. I don't like to be around them because they fuck up my spirit. And that's their whole MO. That's all they want to do, is take the spirit out of you. Because spiritual power is the greatest power. It's the power that makes you not care who you are, what you look like, what you sound like. And people love that confidence that comes from a spiritual level. People are supposed to love it, but they hate it. And so they're going to try to take it from you because they lack it. And you can't be around these people. Yeah, the light beats the dark. But if you're walking a path and you're headed somewhere, it's best for you not to be around these people. it's best for you to separate and walk your fucking path. So, this is where we are in the world. That if you truly commit to this and you retain, if you're bullshitting and you're still being lustful, you won't experience this. If you're giving your energy out freely, looking at women, giving your attention away, competing with other men, giving your attention away, you won't experience this. You won't have people trying to come up in your shit and take your attention away and knock you off. Right? Because that's all it is. That's all it is. People get sent in front of you, men and women alike, get sent and put right in front of you to knock you off your path, take you away from what you want, make you forget about what you want, distract you, right? And a woman is the easiest way to fall prey to it because she's hot. So it stimulates your lust, your carnal desires. And they know it. This is why you have to have a woman with a spirit connection around you. Because if you don't, she's not going to give a fuck about you. She's going to take from you and take from you and take from you. And then when your spirit's empty, she's going to leave. Because that's all she was there for in the beginning. So beware of who you're around. Protect yourself. Subscribe to this channel and share this with a friend. Y'all take care.